Welcome back everyone to another episode of Mumbles. Today, I'm here to bring you guys another game review! And the game that we'll be reviewing today is a game called Megaquarium. Now before we get into the review of Megaquarium, I do have to ask you guys all a huge favor. If you haven't already, do make sure to poke that little subscribe button and also make sure to ring-a-ding-ding that notification bell. It just helps you stay up to date with the daily goings-on of the Mumbles YouTube channel. It helps you, get notified of when things are going on, what I'm posting, blah, 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 blah. And as an added bonus, you get to see my face every day. Yeah! Maybe. I mean, if that's a good thing. But, I appreciate it when you guys do subscribe and hit the notification bell. It just, it means a lot to me. So now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about this game review. So now let's talk about what this game actually is. This game is very simple and simplistic as to what it is. This game is basically an aquarium tycoon simulation game. You mean like Roller Coaster Tycoon? Yes, that's exactly what Mumbles means. This is basically a Roller Coaster Tycoon type game, but with fishies. Fish. I'm sorry, I'll stop. But that's basically what this game is. It's basically you run an aquarium, you bring the people in, you manage the staff, you build it up, you make it beautiful, you put your fish in, you follow the requirements needed for the fish, and that is the game of Megaquarium. So now let's talk about the graphics, the soundtrack, and the controls. First off, the graphics in this game, they're pretty well done. It's got some nice, pretty graphics, but the only dislike that I will have about the graphics is you can go into like a first-person mode in this game. And for me, the first-person mode, the graphics looked okay, but they're just not up to first-person type standards. So, do expect a downgraded performance bot from that. Now let's talk about the soundtrack. The soundtrack in this game, it's got a nice little elevator music type soundtrack. I like it when these companies do this. It's just nice little relaxing music that will keep you enjoying your game of building an aquarium. Now the controls of this game, basically the only controls you need is the mouse. There is a few keyboard commands, but besides that, you're going to be using the mouse 90% of the time in this game, and they do work very nicely. Now let's talk about the gameplay itself. This game, like I said, it's very simple. There's not a lot to talk about here. Basically, you manage an aquarium. There are different missions that you do, but for the most part, you're here to manage an aquarium. So you build up the aquarium. You use the money that you earn to basically build up, get new fish, build up, get new fish, build up, get new fish. That's what this game is. There is a sandbox mode and a mission mode. In the sandbox mode, you can start from any level that you want. And basically, the further and further you go, the more and more fish you're going to get. Now, you can do all kinds of things with these fish. You can build huge exhibits with these fish. You can put different decorations in them. You have to manage them correctly because if you don't, they will die. So basically, some fish need green food. Some fish need other types of food. Some fish need fish pellets. Some fish need this. Some fish need that. So you have to manage all these fishes' needs and things and correctly put them in the right habitat. And then after you do that, you can start bringing in customers. And when you bring in customers, you earn money. And it's just a vicious cycle of, let me get some fish. I got enough money. Okay, moving on to the next fish. Get some fish, got some money. Okay, moving on to the next fish. And basically, if you've ever played a Tycoon game, this is pretty much how they go. So not a whole lot to talk about so far. Let's talk about my cons for this game. Let's talk about the cons section. The first con I had for this game is that this game has a huge loading time when you initially load into the game. So the first time you go to load into the game, you're going to be basically greeted by a giant loading screen. And it's like 8 minutes long, guys. And I try not to rag on loading times. I try really, really hard. But when I install something, why does it still have to load it up? You know what I mean? What the heck? How come Overwatch and all these other games can have things done like that and it takes you like 5 hours to load? So now, with that in mind, let's talk about our second con. The second con for this game is that this game does have some graphical glitches in it. And by that I mean frame rate wise, this game at times was a little bit sluggish for me. Now, this game does a huge amount of things. Things such as, you know, managing fish, managing the people, running all this stuff at the same time. So some lag is to be expected, but I still wanted to make it a con that there is some lag in this game. Now, my final con for this game is this game doesn't really do much to stand out from other Tycoon games out there. I just gotta be honest here. This game, it's good, but like you can only manage your little aquarium area. You can't like manage outside sections. You can't create outside sections. I wish that there was just more to it. I want more. So that is our final con for this game. Now let's talk about what you guys have all been here waiting for. What is this game gonna get on our Mumbles review? I gotta be honest here. If you guys love this kind of game, you're probably gonna love this game. If you don't like Tycoon type games, you're probably gonna hate this game. I fall in the middle. I like some Tycoon games, other Tycoon games I don't like. So I'm just gonna be honest up front and say some I don't like. But here's my problem with this game. $24.99 is a lot for just a Tycoon game. And they don't do a lot to set themselves apart from other Tycoon games. Yes, you manage fish, but So with that in mind, I gotta be honest here and give Megaquarium a 6 out of 10 on our Mumbles review. It's a fun game. It's really nicely made, but the problems with it and the price just, you know, kind of was a turnoff for me. So if you like these kind of games, this is probably like a 9 or an 8 game by far. But for someone like me who's just kind of middle of the road with them, this is only a 6 for me. So yeah, guys, this has been my review of Megaquarium. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Please smack that subscribe button, smack that like button, and smack all those buttons. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.